Welcome to Crocodile MTG, your home of competitive, constructed play in all Magic the Gathering formats. Today's video was brought to you by all our wonderful sponsors, affiliates, and patrons. Thank you all for supporting the Crocodile MTG channel, and we hope you enjoy today's video. Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jordan with Crocodile MTG, here bringing you another Magic the Gathering video. Today we're actually going to be playing Bant Spirits in Pioneer. We are going to have to mulligan this hand. This hand is keepable. It's a little awkward. We are going to go ahead and keep it though. I think we do want all the lands. I think maybe we can put a Mausoleum Wanderer back. It is not terrible to have 3 Mausoleum Wanderers, but it is a little awkward. So that being said, let's go ahead and keep the lands. We are going to start off with this Botanical Sanctum. We will go ahead and play a Mausoleum Wanderer, and we will pass the turn. Hopefully our opponent here, they do have a Fabled Passage. This could be Sultai Delirium or a similar deck. We'll see here in a minute. Alright, it looks like they're starting with an Opt. This could be Blue-Black Inverter. This could be Breach Combo. It looks like it's going to be Blue-Black Inverter. Based on the way this is playing out. Alright, I'm going to go ahead here and play a Hollowed Fountain untapped. I'm going to go ahead and attack in with Mausoleum Wanderer. I actually should have played the other Mausoleum Wanderer first. That was a mistake on my part. I missed a point of damage there. That can actually be pretty important, so try not to miss that. Like I did. Alright. Our opponent is going to play Thoughtseize. I think I'm going to go ahead and flash in the Spectral Sailor here. And we're going to have to let our opponent take the Collected Company, unfortunately. I assume that's what they take, at least unless they have something else. They could take the Brazen Borrower. Alright, they do take the Brazen Borrower here. And here's the awkward thing, so interesting. Okay, I was going to say if they have something like... ooh, that was pretty good. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and play that here. Sorry, I cut off my train of thought there, but it's just an interesting play from our opponent here. So hopefully that 1 point of damage we missed earlier is not going to bite us in the butt, but if we draw a land here, I think we're looking in pretty good shape. I'd like to play this Collected Company out if I can, and that'll probably be... Okay, they are going to go ahead and strip the Collected Company from us. Ooh, I shouldn't yield in case I want to... In case I want a Mausoleum Wanderer or something. A Tassiger. Wow, okay. That's one I haven't seen. I wonder if they're playing that in the Blue-Black Inverter shell. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and play out Selfless Spirit here, pump the Wanderer. Oh no, this is the turn we could have killed them, but I missed out on that 1 point of damage. Wow. Okay, I think we're still okay because I don't think they're playing Languish main deck, but if they are, we are screwed. Okay, alright, we survived. I guess not because we had the Wanderer, but holy cow. I could have killed him 1 turn earlier. That's something you really have to watch out for when you're playing decks that have a lot of interactiveness. You really don't want to be missing those 1 or 2 points of damage just from a slight misplay. So I didn't get to see a lot of our opponent's deck, but they are playing blue-black. So I think we're probably going to bring in these Mystical Disputes, but I'm not really that interested in too many other things. I guess if they're playing a lot of Delve cards, I'll bring in the Disdainful Stroke for that. We probably don't need all the Nebelgast Heralds. I'm going to go ahead and trim out 2, possibly 3 of them here. Eagle's good, Spell Queller's good, Phantom, Rattle Chains. Those are both good. Rattle Chains is really good against targeted removal. And we like Sailor, we like Wanderer. Maybe I just trim all the Heralds. And maybe an Eagle. I could see that in this matchup, especially if we are playing against just like a straight blue-black control deck. It's probably playing the inverter combo, but even if it's not, I think this is probably the best thing we can be doing. Dampening Sphere, we don't need. Deputy of Detention, we don't need. Rest in Peace, Glass Casket, I don't think either of those are needed here. I could bring in the Rest in Peace, I guess, against... if they're playing a lot of Delve cards. Like, they even had Tassiger. So that might actually be enough incentive to actually consider bringing in the Rest in Peace here. I don't know, though, because we kind of just want to be aggressive and reactive. All right, I'm going to bring in the Rest in Peace, Rest in Pieces, but I'm going to take out... I think 2 Selfless Spirits, and the reason for that is because their removal spell of choice is Languish, and Languish isn't going to help against Selfless Spirit. We're going to go ahead and play this. We're going to play more of a controlling game. We want to be more flashy and tempo rather than just like a straight aggro deck. So we are going to go ahead and keep this hand, I think. We're going to lead off on a Botanical Sanctum and play the Spectral Sailor at the end of our opponent's turn. Alright, yield till end step. Alright, here comes the Thoughtseize. I should have played Spectral Sailor there. That was a mistake, because I did click yield until end of turn. That's unfortunate. I wonder if they take... I was going to say, I wonder if they take the Sailor here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and play the Phantom. Yeah, I was going to say, maybe they have Mystical Dispute. After I saw that, I was like, well... Alright, so from here on out, we're going to play more of a control game. We are going to go ahead and click yes to that, and we'll keep our Spell Quellers, Disdainful Stroke, Mystical Disputes. We're going to keep all that up. We're going to turn into the control deck, so we'll see how our opponent decides to play these games. And if they are a combo finish deck, like, if this is just blue-black inverter, I think we're in decent shape here. I'm going to go ahead and play the Rest in Peace. Ooh, not the Eagle. Rest in Peace. I'm going to keep Mystical Dispute up, but I just want to see, you know, if they're playing a lot of Delve cards, this might slow them down quite a bit. And they can't just play straight inverter because then they'd have no library. They have to have something else. Alright, what is the play here, opponent? Sure, Thassa's Oracle doesn't do anything here. It lets him draw a card, but that's not that big of a deal. Alright, that is pretty good. I might just play a Spell Queller here to start pressuring our opponent some. Alright, Thassa's Oracle is a 1/3. So here's the... I guess I Spell Queller this. Because we have another Spell Queller. That's not a removal spell under Spell Queller, so I think that's okay. We have Disdainful Stroke and Mystical Dispute. I really just want to keep our opponent off their combo pieces as much as I can. I wish we had a Rattle Chains here. Rattle Chains would be really good, and we'd be able to flash it. Alright, our opponent's going to play a Thoughtseize. I think I'm going to counter back with a Spell Queller. Why are they Fatal pushing? Are they going to try and Fatal push here? Alright, that's fine. I'm going to actually get to... Oh, shoot. I hope they don't have another Mystical Dispute. Oh, thank goodness. I was like, if they have a Mystical Dispute here, this is going to be really bad for us. I'm going to click no to that. I'm going to go ahead here and play Eagle. And leave up the Disdainful Stroke. That's fine. Alright, they put one card on bottom and then drew and then didn't play anything. We got a land here. Swing in for 5. They haven't been drawing lands, which I think is okay. Because they can't just play Inverter and then combo off the next turn. Because if they do that, they don't have a library and they lose at their draw step. That's fine. Waste your Thassa's Oracles. That's no big deal. Put up to 1 card from the top of your library. Alright, cool. Alright, there's a Wanderer. So I definitely want to play this out. Just extra protection against something like a Languish. We have Disdainful Stroke again for Inverter, or if they... wow, I didn't even realize we knocked them down to 3, so they have to find something this turn. Sure. That takes me down to 1. And that's the game. Great game, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you're enjoying today's league. And let's go ahead and hop into match number 2. Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jordan with Crocodile MTG, here bringing you another Magic the Gathering video. Today we are going to be playing Bant Spirits in Pioneer. This is going to be a straight mulligan. We have no lands, unfortunately. This hand looks a lot better. We are going to keep this. I think we are going to end up putting Brazen Borrower on the bottom of the library here. And hopefully this will be good enough and put enough pressure on our opponent to win us the game. So we are going to go ahead and click done here. We'll go ahead and start off with a... Actually, I should have started off with one of these tapped lands, because now we're going to have to play the next land untapped. That was a minor mistake on my part. So, being that they're playing Temple of Mystery, this is most likely the Lotus Field combo deck. So hopefully here we can win before they get the combo off. Unfortunately, we don't have Rattle Chains or Spell Queller in... I'm sorry, not Rattle Chains. Mausoleum Wanderer or Spell Queller in hand. So we're really going to have to find something here. Strategic planning from our opponent. Luckily, we do have a handful of cards from our sideboard that are going to be pretty good against this deck. But that being said, we really have to get aggressive here. And if they just have the combo, they're just going to get to go off. I'm going to go ahead and play this one tapped. We're just going to get in here for 2. I want to hold up as if we have a mausoleum in hand. And then hopefully our opponent doesn't have anything. Now, if I do play the Rattle Chains at the end of turn here, I can untap and play Phantom and swing for 8, and then threaten lethal the next turn. That's not a terrible play. It doesn't. The only thing it involves is us drawing a land. So if our opponent gets the combo off the turn after, that's going to be pretty good. But we're definitely we definitely need to worry about losing not this coming turn, but the turn after. All right, opponent. Here comes the Lotus field. And our opponent has the abilities potentially to go off here. Ooh, okay. All right, that's good. All right, so I think the most aggressive line here is playing the Rattle Chains. So I think I'm going to go ahead and play that out. And now we just have to hopefully... Alright, we didn't draw the land. So can they go off next turn is the question. I wonder if I let them play it safe. Okay, so we hit them down the 14 here. We play Selfless Spirit and turn. I want to hold up as if I'm holding Spell Queller. And just play an instant speed game. Because our opponent, if they're... Alright, they're going to go ahead and cycle. This gives them quite a bit of mana. Alright, they're probably going to go get a... I almost called it Maze With. Oh, wow, they get a Blast Zone. Okay, they had the Thespian Stage in hand. Thespian Stage was the card I was thinking of. Alright, this is getting pretty scary. I'm really upset that we didn't draw a land there. Alright, is this game? 4 times 3 is 12. Shoot. Nope. Not the game. If I would have played a Phantom last turn, we could have won. Now we're potentially losing. Alright, so I'm just going to make this a 2-turn clock. There's nothing they play that deals themselves damage, I don't think, so we're just going to have to see how this goes. I just also remembered that they can Blast Zone this turn. So I do have to be aware of that. Two pour over the pages is pretty good. It's a real good start. Hidden Strings. Nothing to cipher it onto, though. Making a bunch of mana. Underworld Breach. Going to do 2 pour over the pages. I mean, there's a chance this combo just bricks and they don't get a chance to actually go off. And actually, I'm interested that our opponent led on the hidden strings. All right, there's a granted. Tomb Scour. Okay. Oh, that's pretty cool. Do they just get to mill their entire deck now? Tomb Scour. How do they win? Do they win by playing Oracle? I've seen this deck be played a couple times, so I'm not 100% sure. Tomb Scour. Oh, right. They can play Expansion Explosion, too, for a bunch. Alright, between these, we're going to end up getting our opponent's deck list, which isn't terrible. Tomb Scour is actually really interesting of an inclusion in this deck. Sorry for the silence. I'm just studying. Like, I just want to understand this deck. Alright, there's 15. I guess they just... What, hidden strings again? Alright, there's the granted. They got a Thassa's Oracle. Oh, Jace Wheeler Mysteries. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately we don't have the counterspell for that. Alright, so let's go ahead to the sideboard now. Our opponent does win this game. We're going to bring in the Rest in Pieces, the Mystical Disputes, the Disdainful Strokes, the Dampening Spheres. I think here we're going to cut all the Heralds like we did last game. Brazen Borrower I don't think is one we're going to need. And I could also see cutting some of the Eagles and just playing more of a... Maybe 2 of the Eagles and... Rattle Chains is good. Spell Queller's good. Maybe a Supreme... Nah, I like Supreme Phantom. Maybe trim a Selfless Spirit. Selfless Spirit's good because they're probably bringing in Anger of the Gods, but... and they also have Blast Zone, so what if we leave in the Selfless Spirit and cut maybe a Spectral Sailor? I could see doing that. Alright, so we're bringing in the Mystical Disputes. Ooh, what? Disdainful Stroke? Alright, how do they actually win? Jace Wielder of Mysteries, granted. Okay, Disdainful Stroke can hit granted. So we're going to go ahead and keep the deck like this. So we're going to go ahead and take the play here. Yes, I would like to play first. This is a decent hand. We're going to go ahead and keep it. Now, not misplaying like we did last time, we're going to go ahead and lead on, I think, Temple Garden here. Actually, I think I want more blue mana up. I think I'm going to lead on Hallowed Fountain. Unfortunately, we don't have a 1-drop in Mausoleum Wanderer or Spectral Sailor. We still have 1 Spectral Sailor left in the deck. So we're going to go ahead and play Hallowed Fountain here. Just play it tapped. No possible plays. Yield on this turn. We're going to play the Supreme Phantom, not the most aggressive card in our deck, but it is one that pumps the team, so hopefully we'll be able to at least So we'll play Phantom here. We'll start pinging for 1. And hopefully the Spell Queller and Mystical Dispute here protects us for a little bit. Alright, strategic planning from our opponent. I would like to find Dampening Sphere also. I think I'm going to go ahead and just play out this island and attack. Leave up Spell Queller for anything our opponent plays, just so we can get in and be aggressive. We really need to draw a couple other things, though. A Ratchet Bomb. Alright, I'm definitely taking out the Ratchet Bomb here. It's pretty cool art on Ratchet Bomb. Alright, here's the Lotus field from our opponent. Selfless Spirit is fine. I'd really like to draw a Collected Company, though. Selfless Spirit's good if our opponent's game plan next turn is playing something like Anger of the Gods. Our opponent's on a 3-turn clock at the moment. We don't have... the extra point of damage here. That's one thing that kind of sucks about this deck, is our opponent doesn't really take any damage from their lands, which, I mean, it's typical in Pioneer to see that because there's no fetch lands. People are still playing shock lands in a lot of their decks, though. It's just one of those things that's just kind of... I think that's fine. I think I wait for the next spell before I counter something. Unless I can't counter it. Alright, that's fine. Alright, there's the Thespian stage. Now they have a bunch of mana. Alright, I do have the Mystical Dispute for next turn. Hopefully... we don't draw anything here. It's really unfortunate. We get in for... It looks like we might be 1 point short, and they might end up getting the go off. We just have to really watch for our opportunity. So, if they just play something, like if they make a bunch of mana... Oh, wow, Chandra. Okay. So if they're smart about this, they might as well, I was going to say -2 on the Selfless Spirit. We will go ahead and sack it, though. Give our creatures indestructible till end of turn. I think we're actually going to have to attack Chandra here. Because we can't let our opponent just kill our board. Ooh, there's a Spell Queller. That's pretty good. Alright, I do have to take a turn here, I think, and kill... At least hit it... Actually, maybe what I do here is leave Chandra on 1. Because I don't care if they activate Chandra, I just can't have Chandra kill my board. Because now this also gives us the opportunity where if they don't kill us this turn, we have Mystical Dispute and Spell Queller. And Spell Queller will kill our opponent. I think strategic planning's fine. I'm not worried about that one. This is looking really good for us this turn. It didn't until we drew the Spell Queller. After we drew the Spell Queller, that was really good. It's really important now to know that our opponent has Chandra, and it was a good move to keep all the Spell Quellers in. Again, I don't think strategic planning is what we're looking for here. Alright, whatever this is getting countered. Oh, shoot, it's the cycle. Okay. Alright. Calm down. They only have 4 mana at the moment. Whenever they don't have a cycler, we're going to Spell Queller. Oh, wow, they haven't even played a land this turn. All right, opponent, what do you have? You're messing with my mojo. All right, we got this. All right, I'm going to go ahead and Spell Queller here. And now we have exactly 7. Does this work? Mystical Dispute. I think this works. All right, we got it. All right, onto the sideboard. All right, is there anything else we want against our opponent this turn? So they have Chandra, which is important to note. I don't think we want Deputy here. Rest in Peace is really good against their combo pieces, but they do have other ways to combo off. We really need to keep all our Selfless Spirits in, especially against Chandra. I don't want to bring in Deputy of Detention, but I don't want them to have, you know, a Planeswalker that can just keep killing my board. Chandra's extremely powerful, but I think we just have to rely on our Selfless Spirits and hope it's good enough. Or find a Dampening Sphere to shut our opponent's mana ramp up down. Alright, here we go. The Thespian stage is just insane. There's so much value in the Thespian stage, copying the Lotus field. Alright, we have Rest in Peace, and we have a Mausoleum Wanderer and a Mystical Dispute. This hand's a little slow, but I think it looks good enough to keep. We'll go ahead and lead on a Botanical Sanctum here. And a Collected Company, thank goodness. We didn't find one last game, I was all worried. I wonder if our opponent's going to Mystical Dispute this. Okay, they don't. Alright, Strategic Planning. I wonder what they put in their graveyard. I wonder if I'm going to run out Rest in Peace next turn. And then play Mausoleum Wanderer. And hopefully it's good enough to do something. Next turn, if our opponent... Oh, wow, they don't have the Lotus field on 3. Alright, Sylvan Scrying is fine. So they're going to go ahead and get Lotus field now. I'm actually a little surprised our opponent did that. If they had... I guess they didn't want us to Mausoleum Wanderer the Sylvan Scrying. That makes sense. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and play the island here. I think I do want to play the Supreme Phantom. Now the question is, do I play the other Mausoleum Wanderer? And I think I do. I think having 2 Mausoleum Wanderers on 2 power is good enough. Good enough to at least buy us a turn. Now our opponent's probably just going to use this turn to tap to play the Lotus field and Thespian stage, copying the Lotus field. Okay, yep. And now, ooh, we have another Supreme Phantom. I think I have to play it here. Alright, so I don't need to... We're leaving up Mystical Dispute. And this is a pretty aggressive start. I think this is a 2-turn clock here, because we're hitting our opponent for 10 down the 5. And they're going to have to find something. Now, if they have Chandra, I don't even think that kills our Mausoleum Wanderers, which kind of sucks, but that doesn't... I think that still buys us a little bit of time. They can't just jam Chandra here. These Mausoleum Wanderers are now mana leaks, which are really good. Plus, we have the Mystical Dispute. All right, let's see if our opponent can go off. This has to be the turn that they have to, or that they go off. There's no way around anything else. All right, they have the Vizier to generate some mana. They're going to get the draw card. I wonder if our opponent can even get through this. We basically have 3 mana leaks up. For instants and sorceries, at least. Alright, what do they have here? I wonder if it is a Chandra. It is a Chandra, okay. So that does kill the Mausoleum Wanderers. So that's actually something. Now we're going to have to... We have to find something off this collected company. Wow. Wow, and another Mausoleum Wanderer. I don't think we risk it here. Because the only reason our opponent played the Chandra was because they couldn't get through 2 Mausoleum Wanderers. Plus we have a Mausoleum Wanderer now in a Mystical Dispute. I think what we have to do is hit our opponent to 3 and hit Chandra for 2. And just like last game, 1 at Chandra, 1 at our opponent. And just hold up. And just threaten lethal. That's the only way, I think. Is just see, you know, opponent, what can you do about this? All right, they have a Ratchet Bomb, but I'm not worried about that. Whatever our opponent plays, though, if they don't have enough mana, we're just gonna get the Mausoleum Wanderer. They can tick up Chandra. Yeah, I'm gonna wander the Hidden Strings, and they can do something else with their mana, but then I have Mystical Dispute. Oh, goodness. This has been such a close game from our opponent and us. I love Pioneer right now. I think that I love the Spirits decks. I used to play them in Modern quite a bit. I need to go out and get the rest of the cards. I played it a lot online. I never played it in paper, in person. But I definitely want to. No matter, I don't think, because we have full Mystical Dispute up, so, and our opponent can only cast a blue spell, so I don't think our opponent can do anything here. And we have the Mystical Dispute. And that's going to be game. Wow, what a match. Thank you all so much for watching. Please check out our awesome sponsor, manatraders.com. They're an awesome MTGO card rental service. We use them for each and every deck we rent, and each week they help provide us with a new deck. We just pay a monthly subscription fee, which actually is provided to us by Mana Traders because they're sponsoring our content. But honestly, go check them out. They're a great service. They're really quick, easy to use, and you can rent as many decks as you want a day. There's no limit. The only limit is based on your subscription tier. As long as you're subscribing in one of the, I think it's like $40 or $60 a month, you're gonna have plenty of credit, so to speak, to rent. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Go check them out, and I will see you in the next match. Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jordan with Crocodile MTG, and I'm here bringing you another Magic the Gathering video today. We are going to be playing Bant Spirits in Pioneer. I did realize for the last couple videos I recorded, I did have the format at the top there of the screen. It said Saltite Delirium, which was the last video series we actually did. So if you're interested in that deck, go check that out. I'll put a little tag somewhere in the beginning of this video. But I think this hand is keepable. We're going to go ahead and lead with Mausoleum Wanderer, play the Botanical Sanctum, and then hopefully, we have enough mana. We can eventually play this Collected Company, hopefully, and we have Spectral Sailor to draw some cards. It's looking overall pretty good. I would like to draw a Lord at some point. We'll see here. Attune with Aether. What is our opponent playing? This could be something spicy. Alright, so let's go ahead and start with Botanical Sanctum and Mausoleum Wanderer. Our opponent went and got Mountain. Okay. Alright, I'm intrigued. Please energy me out of the game. That would be fun. I love playing Magic, especially in formats like Pioneer, because you just don't know what's going to come from your opponent. Alright, we drew another Sailor, so we're going to go ahead and play this Botanical Sanctum here. I'm going to attack in with Mausoleum Wanderer, and then we'll flash in the 2 Sailors. Before damage, flash in Sailor. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have a main deck Anger of the Gods. Sure, so we're going to counter Harness Lightning, because we don't want them to gain the energy. I had a feeling if they're playing an energy deck, that's what they would be doing, so... Alright, fair enough. So we're going to go ahead and wait till the end of their turn to play Spectral Sailor number 2. Hopefully we can just get a little bit of pressure on them. I would like to draw, if possible, a Spell Queller next turn. I think that'd be really good to be able to hold up against whatever our opponent plays out. I wonder if this is just the Teamer energy deck from with maybe like a little bit of a better mana base. Alright, here's a Rogue Refiner. That's fine. No possible plays. Play the Rogue Refiner. Ugh, that was not great. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and play a Temple Garden tapped. We'll get in for 2, and hopefully our opponent doesn't have something with flying. If they play Hydra next turn, that's actually kind of sucky, but again, really flying over our opponent is going to be probably the way to win this game. Alright, what'd they get? An island? Alright, I want to keep track of that. Our opponent is playing very ugly fuller islands. Now, this, I don't mind this. I don't think that's ugly, but I'm just saying mismatching. Playing mismatch land is mismatch lands is ugly. Alright, let's see what our opponent's got. Some people really enjoy playing mismatch lands, so I'm not hating on you. I'm not calling you ugly. I just think it makes your deck ugly. Alright, there's a Aether Hub. Here comes a Rogue Refiner. Okay, they have Puzzle. We're going to gain some life here. I think I'm going to go ahead and jam this Collected Company. Ooh, we got Empyrean Eagle and Selfless Spirit. That's pretty good. Any order on top. Wow, that really sucks. Alright, this isn't lethal by any means. Play this tapped. Get in there for a bunch. We do have to be very wary of our opponent. Next turn, they're most likely... they most likely have... removal. So the hard thing is if they have like a board wipe that they play, Harness Lightning's not going to... sorry, let me organize my thoughts. If they play something like Anger of the Gods, and attempt to Anger the Gods next turn, and we sacrifice Spell Queller, they could then Harness Lightning the Empyrean Eagle. Which that's something we have to be wary about. Now, the interesting thing about what their plays have been so far, so they're playing like the Teamer Shell, which makes me think they have something like the Hydra, where you pay 3 energy, give it a 1/1 counter, and it gains hexproof. But the thing is, they're playing Puzzle Knot. So I'm not sure if they're actually just a team or aggro deck, or if they're playing Puzzle Knot and playing something like what's the card? I literally played Standard during this card. Now I have to look it up. All right, here it is. I just saw it. Where'd it go? Aetherworks Marvel. I'm sorry, I couldn't think of the card. I kept saying in my head, spin the wheel, spin the wheel. So if they're playing something like Aetherworks Marvel and playing like Ulamog or Emrakul, that's something we have to be really scared of, because that could be very dangerous for us. Now, unfortunately, our opponent did lose connection to the game, so we're going to have to wait for them to come back. I'm not sure why they lost connection. It could have been a computer issue. It could have been something else. But hopefully here our opponent, if they don't have Aetherworks Marvel and an Ulamog, I think we're still in pretty decent shape. We can draw a card with Spectral Sailor this turn. It does look like we're holding up anything like a Collected Company or something like a Spell Queller or something. But our opponent, if they just don't play around anything, if they're just like, if they have it, they have it, and they play something like Anger of the Gods and then Harness Lightning or something, we could be looking in pretty rough shape. So hopefully our opponent gathers connection back to the game here shortly. I do want to thank you all so much for being here. And I also want to say, check out our awesome sponsor, manatraders.com. They are a great sponsor of the channel. They help us rent our deck every single week because they're an MTGO card rental service. They're really quick. They're easy to use. I would go check them out at manatraders.com. We do have a special promo code, Crocodile. If you sign up today and you type in promo code Crocodile on sign up, once you pick your subscription, of course, you actually get to save 15% off, not just your first month of renting, but you get to save on your first 3 months of renting from manatraders.com. So that's really cool there. I really enjoy them as a sponsor. Also go check out TCGPlayer.com. TCGPlayer is a great competitive place to go buy your Magic cards. I have not had an issue with TCGPlayer ever, and they are an awesome affiliate of our channel. If you click the link in the description below, you get transferred to their main page where you can search up cards. Using our affiliate link gives a small portion of your purchases at TCGPlayer. It gives a small portion of that to the channel. So please go check them out. I'd really appreciate all your support, whether you're signing up for Mana Traders and checking that out and saving you money, or if you're using our affiliate link for TCGPlayer. I just want to honestly, like, my content, I'm not being bought. They've come to me, and the only reason I allow them to be sponsored on the channel is because I've used their services for months or years, and I know their services are high quality product. Just like Ink Gaming, Ink Gaming's an affiliate of ours. They make really high custom made playmats. Honestly, like, I'd go check them out too. Unfortunately, they don't do promo codes for their affiliates anymore. We used to have a 10% off coupon, but because I guess some creators were abusing it, which I'm not really 100% sure. Like, if you're giving a promo code, I'm not sure. Like, if a bunch of people go and use the promo code, how are they abusing it? Because you gave it to them for that purpose. I'm not really sure. Something's going on with Ink Gaming. But their product is really good. Their management's just kind of reiterating the affiliate program and trying to figure out if there's a better way to do things. But if you go to inkgaming.com/crocodilemtg, you can go search all their awesome playmats there. You can upload your own image and get an awesome custom-made playmat, or they have really cool playmats you can buy in the store there. But go through that code, not the code, sorry, the link, inkgaming.com/crocodilemtg, and then a small portion of your purchase will be sent to our channel as well. if you decide to buy anything there. But thank you all so much for being here, and hopefully we'll see if our opponent regains connection here. I'll fast forward and edit out anything if there's a big time gap here. But I'm gonna go ahead and grab some water real quick, and hopefully our opponent's back by the time I get back. All right, everyone. It looks like our opponent actually did not come back to the game. So unfortunately, they did end up losing due to no interaction, which is pretty unfortunate. I wanted to see how their deck played out. Their deck looks really cool, and Energy was one of those broken mechanics where I really wanted to see how it did. That being said, we're currently 3-0, so I'll see you all in the next match, and thank you all so much for watching. Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Jordan with Crocodile MTG, here bringing you... Sorry, my opponent said yo, and it just threw me off. Thank you all so much for being here. We are playing Bant Spirits today. We are going to be on the draw, it looks like. This hand's a little awkward because we unfortunately have a Glacial Fortress with a Botanical Sanctum, but I think it's still good enough to keep. Alright, say hello to our opponent that said yo, and it looks like we're against a mirror match. Alright. So that being said, okay, we drew a land, so we're going to go ahead and play this. We'll end up playing the Temple Garden next turn, and then we're going to play Selfless Spirit. And then hopefully our opponent doesn't have Spell Queller for our Empyrean Eagle. Alright, our opponent has the Selfless Spirit. So we're going to go ahead here. Our opponent did end up having to take 2 because they played both their lands untapped. That being said, we are going to go ahead and play our Selfless Spirit. And we will attack in for 2. Now, unfortunately, our opponent was on the play, so they're actually going to get to... Oh, wow, they actually block with Selfless Spirit? Okay. So this was interesting from our opponent, which leads me to believe they have a Collected Company in hand. So what do they have here? Alright, they have Herald here. So they're going to get to tap down our Selfless Spirit. Alright, that's fine. They're going to get in for 2. We're going to attack for 2 with our Selfless Spirit. And then I think this turn, I think we just play Selfless Spirit plus Mausoleum Wanderer. Because if they have Collected Company next turn, we don't want them to be able to play it. And I don't think they're going to block here, but we'll see. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and play Wanderer here, and then Selfless Spirit. And now we have 2 Eagles, which is extremely good. We're not threatening lethal next turn, but we're at least threatening to put a lot of pressure on our opponent. So our opponent's not going to play that tapped because of the... Alright, here's the Eagle. So if our opponent... Yeah, I was going to say our opponent's probably going to tap down our Selfless Spirit here. We don't have Herald, which is pretty unfortunate. That's an interesting draw. So I think we want to wait to play Brazen Borrower. I think we have to just play Eagle here and press through. Unfortunately, if they have anything, so I think we attack here with 2 things. we just have to hope they don't have two mana spirits in hand. And if they don't, I think we're okay. But if they do, that's I just don't think there's anything we could have done about it. All right, if they have Collect a Company here, it doesn't matter because we have Mausoleum Wanderer. It was definitely an interesting decision from our opponent. I'm definitely curious what they're thinking. Sorry, I'm setting down my glass of water here. So if they have Collect a Company, they're definitely going to want to play it, but there's just no way. Knowing the Mausoleum Wanderer is on the battlefield, there's just no way they can just play it. But if they don't play it, then what's next turn look like for them? Because what we can actually do is bounce Empyrean Eagle from our opponent, and then I think attack for not lethal, but pretty close to it. Alright, so our opponent's probably going to attack here. And do I just take it? I think I just take the 5 here because then I attack back for lethal, especially with this Petty Theft. Yeah, it's not going to matter either way. Alright, I think I'm actually going to play the Herald here we just drew to be like, yeah, Herald's really good. That's funny, though. Alright, we're going to go ahead and go to our sideboard here. Our opponent did not find what they were looking for. So we have Glass Casket here, but we also have Deputy of Detention. So I'm actually kind of leaning towards Deputy of actually being potentially a really good card in this matchup. Mystical Disputes are definitely coming in. The question is, what do we take out? Because this is going to be such a reactive game. It's like, do we go... We're on the draw. Do we go towards the controlling side, or do we go towards an aggressive side? And what's our opponent doing? Is really the question. I almost think Collect a Company is almost just not playable, but I almost kind of lead towards the Glass Casket because I don't think, like, they're probably bringing in their Mystical Disputes, and Deputy might be not that great. Maybe I bring in these 8 cards, but the question is, what do I take out now? So I think I can take out 2 of the Eagles. I don't think they're going to have a ton of targeted removal spells, so I kind of like taking out the couple of the Rattle Chains here. Spectral Sailor's alright. It draws those cards, but I think I can trim one of them. I know I want 100% the Mystical Disputes. I don't want to cut too many of the Lords, because if I do, then they're just going to take our stuff. So I definitely, I think I want the Glass Caskets. I almost think I want to Collect a Company, because it's either they have something or they don't. The question is, do I want Deputy or not? And I think I do. Maybe I trim a Wanderer and put a Deputy in. All right, I think we're going to play this. We'll see how it goes. Maybe it's different on the draw. No, I really like Wanderer. Maybe it's just the Rattle Chains come out. And then I bring in the other Deputy. Yeah, I think I like this a little better. We're going to go ahead and jump in. Alright, I think this hand is keepable. I think this is actually a pretty good opening hand. We have the Mystical Dispute, or we have the Brazen Borrower. So we're going to go ahead here. We'll start with Botanical Sanctum and play out the Wanderer. Alright, here I think I want to go ahead and maybe I just play the Island. And I'll go ahead and attack for 1 here. And whatever they play next turn, maybe I'll probably bounce it with the Brazen Borrower if I don't want to just counter it with the Mystical Dispute. And having this Mausoleum Wanderer is actually pretty decent because it does at least put a little bit of pressure on our opponent. I'm going to go ahead and say yes to that. We'll go ahead and get in here for 1. Alright, our opponent's probably just going to pass here, which is fine. I'm going to go ahead here and attempt to play the Herald. If it gets Mystical Disputed, I think that's okay. Oh, and we drew a Spell Queller now. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and play Breeding Pool. I'm not really sure what our opponent has in hand. Like, why are they just being so lax? They're kind of taking a backseat here, which is kind of intriguing. Alright, here's a Rattle Chains. Which I think is fine. So the thing I want to avoid is them playing Collected Company. So I think I just moved the my turn. Ooh, and now we have Collected Company. So I think here I do play Petty Theft. And we'll see what our opponent has here. They have another Rattle Chains. I think I just have to pass the turn here. So I think that actually gave our opponent an opening to do something, which I didn't actually want them to have. They're going to attack here. No. Alright, here's the Botanical Sanctum. Alright, now I have to be a little more patient with my plays. So that one's pretty good. That's one we don't want them to have. But I don't think we can do anything about it at the moment. I think we just have to take 6 here. I think I'm just going to attempt to play the Collecting Company. I think it's getting countered here. Probably by a Spell Queller. Our opponent actually tapped, interestingly. Alright, so I think I have to pay the 2. Our opponent didn't leave up any green mana. So here's Empyrean. Let's go ahead and tap the Spell Queller. And I think I'm going to get in here with Mausoleum Wanderer. And now we have to be really careful because both of us are potentially threatening lethal. Our opponent has 2 cards in hand. We have to just be careful with what they are. Interesting. Blue, white. If this gets countered, it is what it is. Sure. We'll see if they have anything here. It looks like they have a Collected Company. As long as they don't find Herald here, I think we're okay. Alright, there's a Herald. We're not okay. There's 2 Heralds. Good game. Alright, let's go to game number 3 here. Our opponent played that extremely well. So, interestingly, they did keep in Rattle Chains. I wonder if with the Heralds here, if instead of Deputy we just want our Spirits and play this instead. So we took out our Glass Caskets and Deputy Detentions and brought in I still feel like I do want one, though. I'm going to keep the one of Deputy and just see. We'll go ahead and play this. I would like to play first. This hand is keepable. And hopefully we find a land so we can keep up Spell Queller on turn 3. Alright, we'll go ahead and pass the turn here. We're going to go ahead and play Supreme Phantom. Again, hopefully we find that other land. Alright, Mausoleum Wanderer. Land? Oh, thank goodness. Okay, I was worried there for a minute. Go ahead and attack in. Alright, I think we're just going to take this Rattle Chains out now. That opens up next turn, letting them play whatever they want, but I don't think we want Rattle Chains to stick around, especially with how last game played out. And whatever they play, like if they play something right now, it's fine because we have Deputy to take it out. Alright, there's a Rattle Chains. I think that's fine. I think I just played Deputy next turn, unless I draw a land. Oh man, so close. Alright, I think we're going to go ahead and just play Deputy here. And put pressure on our opponent. This opens them up and lets them play Collect a Company if they need or want, but it is threatening lethal here. So if they have Collect a Company, I'd almost play it this turn, not let us untap. Alright, I'm gonna... Alright, this is an attack only for 7. Interesting. Let's find a Spell Queller. Oh, man. That's unfortunate. Alright, didn't quite work out. Alright, we'll see what they tap here. Sure, tap the 4/4. I still think we attack with everything, put pressure on them. They can't play Collect a Company because we have the Wanderers still. And they can't wipe our board because we have Selfless Spirit, so... What do you got, opponent? I mean, they do have the ability to stabilize. And that's going to be the game. We're currently 4-0. Wow. Thank you all so much for watching. Please go hit that like and subscribe button. We met a new friend here with our opponent. Hopefully they see this match later. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jordan with Crocodile MTG, here bringing you another Magic the Gathering video. Today we're playing Bant Blue, White, and Green Spirits. We're currently 4-0 in the league. This hand's a little interesting because I want to keep it because it has 2 Spell Quellers, but it's a little slow. But we are going to go ahead and keep it. We're on the play, so that buys us a little bit of time here. We're going to go ahead and start out by playing a Hollowed Fountain and passing the turn. And we'll see what our opponent plays out here. We are currently 4-0 in the league. If we win this match, we are going to be 5-0. It'll be our second, I think, recorded 5-0 league if that is the case. We'll see here what our opponent is on. It looks like mono white. Okay, so this is actually an interesting matchup. I don't think it's bad. I think it's actually a pretty decent matchup for us. So we'll see what our opponent plays out here. This is perfect. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and play Spell Queller here, steal the Heliod, and now our opponent can't even attack. Real good. Lots of value. Ooh, that's even better. Alright, we're going to go ahead and play this land here. We'll go ahead and attack in for 2. So the fact that we're going to be able to be reactive against this deck is extremely important. Being able to play Spell Quellers to steal Heliods or Walking Ballistas is going to be really, really important. Alright, here comes a Nykthos. I'd really like to find a Rattle Chains here. Alright, we'll play Spectral Sailor. Alright, so this turn, let's see here. If we play anything, we're not going to be able to use Spectral Sailor's ability. So we're just going to play a land and pass. Not pass, we're going to attack and then pass. And depending on what they play, we can either Spell Queller it, or we can draw a card with Spectral Sailor. So hopefully our opponent doesn't have anything with Flash. Oh, what the heck? They have a Stasis? Alright, unfortunately we're going to have to take that out. Now we can at least start getting aggressive, and hopefully this is going to be good enough to keep our opponent off of finishing out their combo. So they're going to get to gain a little bit of life here. They can tap Nykthos for 3 at the moment. If they have a land or another Inspector, okay, they actually just draw. Alright, there's Knight of the White Orchid, but we're tied on land, so it doesn't matter. Ooh, that's really good. Okay, so we're going to go ahead here and play Empyrean Eagle and get the value in. We'll attack with everything. I think this puts them on a 2-turn clock. I'm not 100%, but the issue is now they could just have the combo. If they just have the combo, they could just win. Are they just going to play a huge Walking Ballista? Okay. Here's the thing, though. If they try to ping something, I'm going to wait till the last ping and then Rattle Chains. I think I just take the damage here. I don't want to block. I want to make them ping our Empyrean Eagle out of the sky. 2, 4, 6. Okay. I do have to wait here. There's a Collected Company, but we don't have a green source of mana at the moment. Alright, so we're going to attack for lethal here. Alright, in response to this, I'm going to Rattle Chains. It's going to force them to kill their Walking Ballista, but Empyrean Eagle does come down. Now, unfortunately, we already played our land this turn, so there's no point in attempting to draw with Spectral Sailor and getting a green source. So if they have the combo here, they do win this turn. That is something we have to be aware of. Alright, now they don't have enough mana to actually win. So this is actually looking pretty decent for us. And they don't have enough power on the battlefield to kill us. So we're actually looking in pretty good shape here. So they have Walking Ballista. They can play it for 2 if they want. And hopefully we find a green source. Why are they playing out the Rest in Peace? Interesting. I would have much rather played the Walking Ballista for 2. Unless they just see it as like they have to find the combo next turn. Yeah, I think the combo's their only out. Alright, let's find a green source. An untapped green source. Botanical Sanctum's not it. Alright, there's another Rattle Chains. I'm going to go ahead and draw another card with Spectral Sailor. We drew another Collecting Company. I should have drawn a card because we would have been able to do this last turn. Alright, I think I'm just going to wait a turn. This is really unfortunate. They're going to play a humongous Walking Ballista and attempt to kill Spellqueller. So what is our out here? We have to Rattle Chains in response to this. Why wouldn't they have just played... What they should have done is just played a 7/7 Walking Ballista and then attacked with everything. Because we would have had to block everything. I think this still works out in their favor. I think they still have to block, but they're still going to attack. But what's awkward is they can win on our upkeep, but we have Collected Company. This is such an awkward match, in my personal opinion. Alright, I think I'm just going to block here with Sailor. So now they're going to attempt to kill it. Interesting. I would not have done this. So with the ability on the stack, I'm going to go ahead and collect a company. I don't think we found what we needed. Nope, I don't think we did. Because even if we play Mausoleum Wanderer now, Heliod's not. Interesting. Yeah, because this is only instants and sorceries. We had to find a Rattle Chains, which we only had 2 left in the deck, so that's pretty unfortunate. Alright, I think this is the deck we definitely want our Deputy of Detention against. Alright, now they take Spellqueller. I don't think we get a draw. I think they just win it on our upkeep. Alright, I'm just going to concede. I mean, they have it here. So we'll go ahead to the sideboard. Alright, thinking about everything they played, I think we want the Glass Caskets and Deputy of Detentions. I think that's the only thing we want to bring in. Rest in peace, there's no point. Mausoleum Wanderer is good in the aggressive sense, but it's not great because they don't have a lot of instants and sorceries. Spell Queller's good. Empyrean Eagle's good. Rattle Chains is good. Selfless Spirit, I guess, is good. It's good against like the turns they're trying the Walking Ballista. But if they just respond with Walking Ballista, I don't think it's going to matter too much. I almost just kind of want to take out our 1-drops, but I don't think that's right, because I think we want to have an aggressive side to our battle state, board state. That being said, I think I can cut the Sailors, though. I think I want to prioritize these deputies over the glass caskets, but I think I want all of them here. So let me see here. They don't have any counter spells, which is good. Spell Queller's good. Maybe I trim an Eagle or two. And maybe a Herald. Herald's good, but not in this matchup, I think. And I think if we're bringing in... I think maybe if we're bringing in the Deputy Detentions, maybe we don't want all the Heralds. Maybe we trim 2 of the Heralds. I think I'd want an Eagle over an Herald, though. Maybe it's a Selfless Spirit. So I think I take out the Sailors, a Selfless Spirit, an Eagle. Yeah, we'll play this out. I think this looks decent. We'll go ahead and submit. Hopefully we can tie things up here this game. Alright, this hand is awkward looking. But I think it's keepable. A lot of removal spells. Alright, we'll go ahead and start with the Hollowed Fountain tapped here. Pass the turn. I think we're just going to bounce things that are... bounce things that might not even be relevant with Brazen Borrower. Like, if they play a Dakthos on turn 2 or something, I think we just bounce it to keep them off of Nykthosing. Alright, here's a Rattle Chain, so I'm going to go ahead and play out the Hollowed Fountain. Hopefully we find another land here. So that is one thing about keeping the hand that we did, is if we don't find another land, we might just be kind of screwed. Alright, there's Knight of the White Orchid. That's fine. I'm not worried about that one. I think we just played Rattle Chains here in attack. We have to pray to the land gods. Everyone pray to the land gods. Let us draw a land. If we lose our 5-0 because we don't draw a land, I'm going to be very sad. We have been doing extremely well. This was a questionable keep, though, so everyone leave a comment down below telling me I'm an idiot for keeping this hand. Alright, I'm not sure what our opponent's doing. It looks like they, like, stepped away for a minute, but they, like, didn't yield. Alright, there we go. Alright, we're gonna Rattle Chains here. Oh no! Oh no! We didn't draw a land. This isn't good. I wonder if they think we're purposely not playing a land, so in case they have another Knight of the White Orchid or something. Look at that. They have another Knight of the White Orchid. And we purposely didn't play our land. That way they're also not getting a land. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, I'm going to bounce with Brazen Borrower here. Again, I think we just want to cut their devotion down. Petty theft it away. Okay, thank goodness. That's actually probably one of the best lands we could have had. Alright, so I think I'm going to just attack here. I think we're actually going to just play Brazen Borrower end of turn. Unless they play something like Heliod or something and we want to Spell Queller it. The reason being, though, is because I want to make sure... like, if they play Knight of the White Orchid next turn, like the other one that they had, we can just Deputy of Detention them away. And that's going to cut down their devotion extremely hard and also, you know, clear their board state. Everything they've built so far, at least. Plus, we'll have 5 power on board, and Deputy will make 6. Alright, so we'll attack in here for 2. And now we have the opportunity to Spell Queller or Brazen Borrower, and then next turn Deputy of Detention if we want, if they play something relevant. Alright, they have their lands, so they're not going to get the ramp off Knight of the White Orchid. I'm so happy we drew a green source and another land. That could have been extremely bad for us. Alright, here's Knight of the White Orchid. Play another Knight of the White Orchid. Yes! This is going to be so good and devastating for them. Holy cow. This looks so good. The only issue I can see happening later in the game is they get rid of Deputy of Detention and we have more lands than them and they just go and get a bunch of lands. Holy cow. Please yield so I can Deputy of Detention. Please yield so I can Deputy of Detention. This is going to be insane. I'm like a kid in the candy store at the moment. This looks so good. Come on, opponent. There we go. Alright, I'm going to cast Brazen Borrower here. Alright, I'm going to play this tapped because I'm just going to play Knight of the White Deputy of Detention. Goodbye. Yes. If they have Nykthos in hand, this just destroyed their battlefield. Oh, man. Exile target white permanent. That's alright. We have another Deputy. I wonder what's in their hand, though. I wonder if they just have the combo. Alright, I am going to go ahead and say yes to this. I think I'm going to go ahead and play the other Deputy. Now, if they have another Glare of Hearsay, like that sucks, but it's not the end of the world. As long as they don't have the combo here. Alright, they're going to draw a card with the Raven Inspector. And the thing is, if they have the combo, we have the Brazen Borrower to actually break it up. Or the Petty Theft, whatever you want to call these split cards. The only issue I can see is the fact that we don't have exact lethal next turn. So we do have to be wary of that. Is this just a Walking Ballista? For 3. Okay. Probably kill our flyers. Yep. We're going to have to rebuild now, but I don't think that's the end of the world. think this is fine. I think we just play this tapped here. Yeah, and I think we just hold our mana at the moment. They have 2 cards in hand. We just have to make sure that they don't pull off the combo out of nowhere. And if they try to add counters to Walking Ballista, we can just Brazen Borrower it away, either to their hands or wherever. And the fact that we have Collected Company just means we might just be able to win next turn if we get 2 like Empyrean Eagles or something to tap down their board. We're looking in pretty good shape this game. But we were looking in pretty good shape game 1 too, but then they were just able to find this little window to pull off the combo. It was pretty unfortunate. We had to find Rattle Chains, and we just didn't. If we found Rattle Chains, that would have been our game. Alright, I'm just going to pass the turn here. No attacks. I think I Spell Queller this. Just move to my turn. And now we have Collected Company and Brazen Borrower up. And we're looking in pretty good shape. Our opponent's going to get hit down to 4 here. Ooh, this is interesting. So I think I actually play the Glass Casket here and try to take out Walking Ballista. Oh, wow, they just yield through? Okay. Well, they could have hit me for 1, but maybe they just know they're losing this game. Or maybe they're preoccupied with something else. Could be double queuing. Alright, here's another Owl. So they can't combo this turn, so I might as well see if I can find a Spell Queller. Alright, we only have a Mausoleum Wanderer, but we also have a Selfless Spirit, which is pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and grab both of these. Any order on the bottom. And now we at least have Mausoleum Wanderer in case they have a instant or sorcery. Plus we have this Petty Theft Brazen Borrower. Alright, they do find a Walking Ballista here. So I think they actually have to play the Walking Ballista here for 1. Yeah, so... Okay, I don't have lethal. Interesting. Actually, what I should have done is Brazen Borrowered. Okay, I think I do have lethal though still this turn, because I'm gonna play the Herald. Our opponent, yeah, this is lethal, because if our opponent tries to kill the Mausoleum Wanderer, I just sacrifice Selfless Spirit in response, and then I tap down the Arcanist Owl, and then I can swing for 4 in the air. The other thing, though, if they do manage to kill the Wanderer and the Selfless Spirit, I would have been able to... Or if they would have been able to kill the Selfless Spirit, but not the Wanderer. Yeah, this is going to be lethal here. Alright, so going to the sideboard now. So was there anything we were disappointed in? I don't think so. I think this actually played out relatively well. Selfless Spirit's fine. Empyrean Eagle, I think 3 in the main, 1 in the side's fine. We liked Herald there, but I think we have other ways. Like we had the Brazen Borrower to find the line of play as well. Yeah, I think this is all fine. Maybe I do cut like 1 Mausoleum Wanderer for another Herald. I think Herald's pretty good, and I think being on the draw instead of the play allows us to be a little more reactive. Yeah, I think I'm fine with this. We'll go ahead and keep and get back into it. So we're tied up 1-1, and this is for all the cookies in the cookie jar. If we win, we go 5-0. If we lose, this is going to be a 4-1. So wish us all luck. Pray to the land gods that we draw we draw enough lands and not too many. And then hopefully we find the right balance. Because I do think Spirits is a good matchup against the Heliod Ballista combo. Our opponent was just able to find that small window game 1 where they were able to combo off. Our opponent also seems a little distracted. I'm not sure if they're doing something else, but either way, they could be double queuing, like I said, or just doing something else. I don't know. So Rattle Chains, Herald, and Phantom. I think this is fine. We also have Glass Casket. Ooh, and they have no turn 1 play. So I think here we're going to start with a Hollowed Fountain tapped. And we'll pass. Next turn we can play out Botanical Sanctum and either play the Glass Casket or Rattle Chains. We'll see what our opponent plays out. Alright, Knight of the White Orchid. We would like to find some removal spells. That would be nice. I think if we're going the beatdown route, I think I need to hold Rattle Chains up. Because next turn we can play Herald also and start tapping down their stuff. Which is a huge tempo swing in our favor. The big thing right now is, though, we don't have a lot of ways to deal with the combo. Alright, good thing they didn't just jam Heliod there, because we didn't have anything we could do. Alright, there's another Thraben Inspector. Probably get in here for 2, which is fine. Alright, there's no path to exile we have to worry about, so I'm just going to throw out Rattle Chains here. Alright, play a Glacial Fortress. Get in here for 2. The nice thing also is we can play all our spirits at instant speed because of Rattle Chains. So even if I wanted to play out like the Supreme Phantom, I could. We do have to play Glass Casket on our turn, though, if we want to end up playing that. We'll probably wait till next turn. I think this turn's going to be Herald, tap their Knight of the White Orchid during beginning of combat. And then next turn we can play Glass Casket, and then we can play Supreme Phantom. Alright, there's a Nykthos. So we really want to remove some of their devotion now if we can. I'm hoping they play their stuff main phase 1. That way I can play Herald at the beginning of combat. Alright, it looks like they're not going to. Hopefully they don't just have a Walking Ballista here. If they do, they can just kill our Rattle Chains and Herald. Collect a Company would be really good if we can find it. Alright, 4 mana. There's Heliod. What do they have as a follow-up? The nice thing here is we can actually steal Heliod with Glass Casket. Because they had enough devotion. That's actually really neat. Alright, we're going to attack in here for 6. And start putting pressure on our opponent. If they have another Heliod, there's a chance, though, they can just combo off next turn. So I have to be scared of that. There's nothing I had in my hand to... Like, there's nothing we could have done, so... Running out the Supreme Phantom there is fine. I think actually playing the Glass Casket on Heliod was really, really good. If we find a Collected Company next turn that has the potential of being almost lethal or lethal, like we're hitting them down to 12 now. So next turn 4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, they're going to be at 2. So they have 2 turns to find all their combo pieces. We really need to find a spell caller. If they have heal, there's a chance they just have the combo here. Alright, there's a Stasis Snare. They're going to take the Phantom, which I think is fine. Alright, they have something else to follow up. Oh, they're just going to draw. Wow, okay. We're looking at actually pretty good shape now. Please. Oh, there's a Collected Company. I think I just have to leave up the Collected Company now. I think I just passed the turn. Well, I'm going to attack, and then I pass the turn. Because if they play a Heliod, we have to find a Spell Queller. They only have 4 power right now out, so I'm just going to attack. And then next turn we have whatever we find off the Collected Company, we have Empyrean Eagle, and that should be the game. We're so close right now. Alright, there's a land. I mean, they could have the combo if we don't find the... There's Heliod. I think I have to collect a company now and hopefully find a Spell Queller. Oh, thank goodness. I think I'm actually going to grab the Selfless Spirit here, and I think that locks us up for the win. I'm going to tap down a couple things here with Herald. Steal the Heliod with the Spell Queller. And I think this is going to be game. I think the Selfless Spirit locks it up. I mean, okay, I shouldn't say 100% locks it up because they could have something like Stasis Snare. But if they have Stasis Snare and that's their plan, I think tapping down those two creatures there locks us up for at least attacking for lethal next turn. Alright, they're going to make 6 mana. Wow, they had enough for the combo. Okay, there's Arcanist. But I think this is good for lethal. Oh, wow. They're tapped out. I think we just jam this Empyrean Eagle. Yeah, we play Empyrean Eagle and it's a spirit, so we can tap down Arcanist Owl. This is game. Wow. I can't believe we just went 5-0 in a collected company. Wow. Okay, I'm playing this tapped. I'm just going to play out the Empyrean Eagle. We have lethal. I can see it. Attack. Oh, don't time us out. What are you doing, opponent? Yes! We got the 5-0 on camera. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been a great adventure with all of you. That was Bant Spirits. I'm going to link my... I'm not going to do another deck tech for this. I did a deck tech for Blue-White Spirits. Go check that out. I will link it somewhere around here. But thank you all so much for watching. 5-0ing with Bant Spirits. Wow. I'm super impressed and super happy about that. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for checking out my Pioneer content. Go check out more if you're looking for a deck in Pioneer. We played quite a few of them, so go check them out. Thank you all so much for watching. Check out my awesome sponsor, manatraders.com. Thank you, Mana Traders, for helping us out today in renting the deck we wanted to play and being able to get the full 75 from you. That's honestly a huge help. And each week that we play a new deck, Mana Traders helps us out because they're an awesome card rental service for MTGO, and they're really easy and simple to use. If you sign up for them today, you get to actually save 15% off your first 3 months. So go check them out. Thank you all so much for watching here again at Crocodile MTG. Hit that like and subscribe button, everyone, and I will see you in the next video series. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that like and subscribe button. Also, check out the description below for more Magic the Gathering content. This was Jordan with Crocodile MTG, and we will see you next time.